there is an aspect that I find also very helpful. It is the collective dance. What is the collective dance? Is the group dancing. You know, when you dance, you have, it's not just the individual dancing, it's the group that is dancing also. And it is very important. And the group has its own energy and carries you. But at the same time, the whole group, when you get that synchronization, you realize that you're doing things that you didn't know you could do. And sometimes you don't even realize what you're doing because you're into that energy that has to do with the group, not only with yourself. Moment when it happens, that connection, that mass, in a way, collective mass, that things start to take place, and people start to feel something that they don't feel in the first place. Their grounding, their polarity is changing, but they don't realize. Just say, I start to understand. Like you told me yesterday, yes, this movement, it's coming. But what it had to do with what? It had to do with something that all of you were at one point just taken from, and it happens. You can put the circumstances for it to happen, but it happened when you let go. It will not happen if you don't let go, and many people do not let go. So you put them in a situation of letting go. That's why I was doing all these things for a long time, work, because at one point you just have to let go. And then it happens. And when it happens, then you find that the right people contaminate you, and you start to move more and more close to the right way of moving.
And the music.
And of course, the music is part of the whole thing anyway. Huh? It's always there.
Yeah.
When I talk about collective body, it means that it is for the traditional dancer, it is normally, because it's not always the case, I'm not sure even it's true today, but in the class you can see it is happening anyway, that it is as important for the dancer to be one with himself, oneself, but one with the group. So he should at the same time express his personality and at the same time be with everybody, not too distinctive. So how can you be yourself, be different, and at the same time be like everybody? Well, that's the idea of a society. You know, a community of people dancing together for a particular event. You know, you show you belong to the society, and yet you have the space to express your creativity, your personality, but always within the rule of the society. So basically, when you dance, don't be out of tempo, of timing. You know, be on on the timing, because otherwise you're out of society, or you put yourself out of the society. You know, you belong to a core, or you belong to a group of people of age, or you know, whatever, or of young men or women. It's their world. When they dance together, they express that world. The collective body is not something that is uniform, like everybody is a clone of the other. No. It means collective body that we are in the same energy, on the same rhythm, the same mood, on the same emotion, the same sharing. and yet I am myself, different. And I can show that because I have the space to do that. African dance is not about like ballet, this collective dance where every the body are so alike and the movement so perfect. Everyone has its little idiosyncrasies, you know, these little things that makes the difference. You know, the same movement doesn't look quite the same because they have this arms movement, they don't do the same, the head that do something else, the torso or the feet that are not quite together. And yet they're together. You see, because the point is not about, and that's probably one of the difficulty of bringing those forms on stage, is you have everyone being so different in the body and the movement they're doing. And this express something that okay, we do the same movement together, and yet within that same movement, everyone expresses it differently.